Alright, so this video is going to demonstrate this chapter 6 practice 2, practice quiz 2. So this is part of your practice quiz. I've got 3 different files in here, so we're going to go over this one. So the if statement is an example of decision structure. Okay, none of the other ones really make sense. I don't know anything about a class structure, pathway structure. Sequence, we're not doing that, so it's decision 2. This type of expression has a value of either true or false. That is Boolean expression. There are no really binary decision or unconditional expressions. Boolean expression. Greater than, less than, and checking for equality with the equal symbol. Those are all relational operators because you're looking at the relationship, like is A greater than B or whatever. So it's A. For and, double ampersand, pipe symbols, and the exclamation point. So and, or, and not are. These are logical operators. This is an if statement that appears inside another if statement. That is a nested if statement. There's also nested loops later on, but nested if statement. That's an if statement within an if statement. Okay, 6, warning. This code contains errors. What are the errors? You cannot end a Boolean expression with semicolons. Semicolons are used to end statements like these below. Okay, so got to get rid of these semicolons here. Okay. This code contains errors. If average equals 100. So the equal symbol is used for assignment statements. You cannot assign a variable information in a Boolean expression. So you'd have to use equals here. Write an if statement that assigns 0 to x when y is equal to 20. So I did that down here. If y equals 20, x is 0. Let's see here. 9. Write an if statement that assigns 20 to the variable y and assigns 40 to the variable z if the variable x is greater than 100. So if x is greater than 100, y is equal to 20, z is equal to 40, you'd have to put this in braces, okay, because you've got multiple statements occurring in here. I usually use braces for everything. In number 8, I didn't have a brace. You can do that if you only have one statement inside your if statement. You don't need to use braces, but I just use them because it clears up any. It forces you not to make mistake if you use braces around it, okay? But you don't necessarily have to if you only have one statement in it. If you got multiple, you have to put braces around it, okay? So 10, this code contains errors. So this is what I was talking about. You're trying to do multiple statements here with one if statement, but you don't put an opening and closing brace around it in there, so you have to put those on there. If you don't have that, you get errors, because what happens if you don't have the braces, what happens is if this is true, then it runs this line right here, okay? And then it automatically runs this and then this, and it gets to this and it goes, there's no if with this else statement, because remember it ended after the first line here. So you have to have braces around it to indicate to the compiler that these 3 statements are inside this if statement, okay? Or these 4 statements are inside this else statement. So check this over. What you should be doing is printing this up and testing yourself and see how you do. And then, using the answers to check your work, or watch the video to, reinforce your understanding. So this video is done.